In this video, you're going to learn a very important life lesson, so stick around to the very end. If you enjoy it, like, comment, and subscribe. Let's get into it. Now, in this video, there's 2 lessons you can learn.
A best friend with a celebrity, everybody thinks that, oh, because you're connected to this person, then your life is just as grand as theirs, or you got
it, or they helping you.
Baby, didn't have a job, living with my parents, a single mom. All this happened to me this past year.
Jesus.
And then it's like to not have resentment in my heart towards you because I saw you do this for other people. I saw you give a check to somebody to help them through whatever they went through. And it's like, God, like nobody didn't give me a handout, but guess what? That wasn't your responsibility. God had to take me through that for my own season, for my own thing. I had to get my car repossessed.
Jesus.
I had to go through the food stamps line. I had to be on Medicaid because whatever I'm building my story too. But it's like, as a friend, somebody who has it, it's hard to digest.
Her name is Simone. She's a very popular social media personality. She's been popular for a while, and she's been making money for a while. And the reason why this video is important is because throughout the whole course of her being rich and all over social media, doing the most and making loads of money and making movements, her best friend was struggling in the corner. Yes, while she was making the money and doing other things and all kinds of stuff, her friend was in the corner, as you saw in the video, getting food stamps, car again repossessed, all types of craziness going along there. Now, I do think it's a very interesting perspective that they came with the approach of it's not the rich friend's responsibility to take care of their poor friends. And I agree with that, right? I agree with that part in the sense that if you are an individual and you see someone with money, whether it be your mom, dad, uncle, whatever it is, you have to understand that people can only help you so far. They can only give you so much. The amount they give you is not easy, but they give it to you anyways. With what they give you, you should dedicate your life to make sure that they don't have to give you again. So you should be working. You should be going for it. You should be grinding. You shouldn't just feel entitled to getting stuff off your people, because what if something happens to them? You need to have a foot to stand on your own self, and you have to have the ability to help others around you. Now, that being said, in this specific situation, was that the case? No. I wouldn't say that the friend, from what the friend describes, it wasn't a case where she wasn't trying to make movements herself. It wasn't a case that she was just being a bum and expecting her rich friend to help her. What it simply was, she was expecting her rich friend to at least care and help her out a little bit. And that's not wrong. I do believe that if you're in a position where you're making money, when you're in a position of lavish lifestyle or whatever it is, one thing I've always understood from that kind of gift to have money, it's not for your own self to flex on every other people around you. It's to help those around you. And that's actually even a biblical trait. When you look in the Bible, it says be very selfless, be very caring, be very, willing to help out people the best way that you can. And when God gives you stuff, I think the automatic thing that you should do is think of how to help others. So if you're an individual that starts to make some money, yes, help yourself, get yourself on your own 2 feet. But the goal should be to share that with a lot of people. See, I'm in a position now where I make money. Last year, though, I really struggled with money to the point where it's like if I gave someone money, I would need them to pay me back. Now, yes, it's my money, and of course they should pay me back. But I feel bad now, if me currently making good money now, if I demand money off of people that I know don't have it. Because whilst I've escaped that position, they're still there. And if I'm going to give them the money, I'm just going to give them to keep it, because it's just the right thing to do. They already have a lot of stuff on their head, whether it be taxes or government or all types of messed up stuff going along. You'd want to be the person who they can ask money for, they use it wisely, they don't take advantage of you, and you don't have to ask for it back, because you know that if you give them the money, they're not going to take the piss with it. That's the position that I'm in right now, and I do believe that it's in everyone's best interest to help out whenever you can. A godly trait is about your characteristics, and at the end of the day, if your characteristic is to give and be selfless, whether you want to admit it or not, you are a godly person. You may not acknowledge God, but you have to eventually, because you have godly traits within you.
I have this opportunity, and I called you and I told you about it, and you were just like, okay. And you called me back.
I called her right back, y'all. I was so convicted. I was so convicted.
You were like, I don't like how I felt when you told me that. And I was like, what do you mean? You were like, I don't know what it is. I'm talking this out in real time. But whatever it is, I don't like what I felt. And I said, did you feel jealous? And you were like, I don't think I feel jealous.
Because we went through all the emotions. Like, are you angry? Are you sad? Are you jealous? I was like, I'm not jealous because I don't want what you have. I'm sad and I'm angry and I'm upset that I'm not doing it with me.
Yeah.
Like, we're not working together.
Yeah.
Now, additionally to that, on the flip side, you guys also need to be careful of friends that don't want to see you do better than them. This is a very common thing that goes along in friendships. You guys may not notice it, but you can often tell when a friend wants you to do good, but not better than them. You see, when it's time for you to be celebrated, but it's time for you to be exalted, when it's time for you to be praised for the amount of successes that you've done, this friend suddenly seems off, distant, cold, trying to downplay your success, because at the end of the day, it makes them feel small, it makes them insecure. But when they do something great, you're there for them, you show out for them, you do all kinds of big stuff for them, and they eat that up because it's good for their ego. One thing I have to understand about life is that a lot of people you meet are insecure. A lot of people that you see are very heavily insecure, and because they're insecure, they don't believe in themselves to do great things, and they believe that when great things happen to them, it's a big effing deal. However, when great things happen to them, and then great things also happen to you, they don't feel special anymore. And that's the thing, they're chasing the feeling of feeling special. They're chasing the feeling of feeling better and more acknowledged than everyone around. They want to feel set apart. They want to feel like somebody. So how can they feel like somebody when you're now doing things just as cool and as great as them? How can you feel like somebody when you're elevating just like them? They're not going to like that, because now you don't make them feel special anymore. A lot of you may see it as not a big deal or whatever it is, but this is actually a very dangerous friend to be around, whether they acknowledge it or not, because it will always show in their actions whether or not they want to be, whether or not they think they're better than you or not. This is the type of person who will actually go and try to move to your boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, and wife. They're the type of people. I've seen a lot of cases where these type of friends see you getting married or see you in a happy relationship, and they'll purposely try to go to your partner because they want to feel like, I can do it too. They may get the same car as you. They may not borrow your things but not take good care of it and damage it because they want to make sure that you don't have it. They may try and steal your friends off of you, or whatever it is. There's always people like that, and those people you have to stay away from, because they are always praying for your downfall. You guys may not see it as a big deal as someone praying for your downfall. You guys may not see it as a big deal as someone hoping that you fail, but it's a very, very, very big deal, right? Because they're speaking negativity over your life. You have to understand the kind of friends you have to have are friends that uplift you. I used to be surrounded by a bunch of niggas that didn't want the best for me. Like, they wanted me to do good, but they didn't want me to do too good. And when I did too good, well, they would be weird about it. And I would feel like maybe I'm being too braggy. Maybe I'm being too X, Y, and Z. But there are times when I wasn't braggy that it was just a bit weird. So I cut those friends off. And now I surround myself with people that love and enjoy my success. And I love and enjoy their success too. I love and enjoy the success of my girlfriend. I almost said wife because I want to marry her. But I enjoy the success of my woman. I enjoy the success of my mom, my siblings, my family members, anyone I can. I want to see them do well, because life is hard. Life is difficult. Life really be beating us up. But it's always a pleasure when someone does well and overcomes that. And it always is a pleasure to help if I can, or if they need to. Because at the end of the day, we all have our own battles. The last thing you need is people trying to hope that you fail those battles. These battles are serious. These battles are mental. These battles are spiritual. They are intense battles where you can't afford to be around people that are going to make those battles worse. So it's always best to cut those guys off. You may not think I'm speaking facts right now about that. You may not think it's a big deal. But when you're trying to do better in life, these problems will only flag up a lot more. There's friends that will purposely pull on your dreams, saying that, oh, you're dreaming too big, you're doing too much, you're embarrassing. They'll laugh at your plans with other people, and those aren't real friends. At the end of the day, those friends don't want to see you shine. Those friends don't want to see you achieve your dreams, so they'll make you feel stupid and weird for it, but they'll be quick to praise their favorite rapper or favorite whoever for doing good. So that's what I'm saying. If they are going to move like that, if they're going to pull on your dreams, whatever it is, that's how it's going to keep you limited. That's how you're going to start believing in yourself. That's how you're going to start laughing at your own dreams. That's how you're going to start thinking, maybe I'm just doing too much. I'm not supposed to be doing this. Let me just push it to the side. And you can't accomplish your dreams when you have people that are dream killers. You know, you have to cut those people off. And then the only way you can achieve your dream is by having people uplift you, no matter how silly it is. Okay. Maybe I went too far there. Maybe we have a line of what too silly is, but I trust a lot of you people watching this video are not silly. And I want you to know that your dreams can come true. You will be successful in life. But the only way to do that is to push away people that are purposely trying to laugh at you and make you feel small like them. You don't want someone in your life that's too lazy to do the work and uplift themselves, whether it be career-wise, whatever it is. So instead what they do is they bring you down with them, because the way they see it, well, I'm not bothered to move up, so let me make sure this guy doesn't move up so I can always feel better or more superior because we're on the same level, whatever it is. Nah, get rid of those people. What do you guys think? What are your experiences? What have you experienced that has happened to you in the same way? Or would you think I'm wrong? Do you disagree with me? Let me know in the comments. With that being said, God bless. Have an amazing week.